Okay. So loud. Oh, am I changed? I changed already. I don't like loud noises. Okay, hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to 20 Minute Tea Season 3. This is episode 1 where we have our friend Ivan.
Hello, what's up?
And we're talking about play, talking about process, and then we're talking about purpose. So each of us are going to cover a little bit about like where we're at. I guess this is kind of like a recap and a summary video of like the entire year-ish and where we're at right now. So we're kind of doing a little bit of a recap, and then we also are covering where we are right now and then where do we want to be. So past, present, and future. And then
life crisis.
Yeah, and appreciating like us after we graduated from poly, and we're all in between NS, right? So, and we're trying to kind of capture this. The purpose of this whole thing, or this whole session, is so that we can share with our juniors, so that they can have something to relate to, or like look ahead and then see, okay, this is where I could be next time.
You must predict the future.
Yeah, and to give them like some heads up kind of thing. And then for our present peers also, like everybody's in the same journey at the same time. So I think there's something that we can share. And then for our future selves, that we can look back and then like, wow, I used to be at this place where I was kind of like, wow.
Rocking rollies.
I used to be at this place, I used to be thinking like that, and it's for past, present, and future. So I think that's the theme of today. Today's episode is a little bit more mellow tone. I don't know, I think it's important to have this episode.
It's rainy weather,
it's
more
like
open top.
Open-ended, yeah. So tune in for today's episode of 20 Minute Tea. So yeah.
Hey, we're back here at Upscale IKEA.
Yes, bro. Yeah. The 23rd. I was looking at the date. The 23rd of March, 2020 was this episode, which was this. I think this was episode 3 of 20 Minute Tea Season 1, and then this is Season 3, Episode 1. Yeah.
It's quite long now.
Yeah.
It's actually 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year ago, but a bit more. Today is like the 6th of April.
Yeah.
9th of April.
6th of April.
How time flies.
Yeah, boy. So what has changed over the period here? I mean, in the period of time, we've gone through coronavirus,
Yes.
lockdown, working from home, having to wear masks and stuff, and what else? What else has changed?
The mask has blended with my face.
We've done our FYPs, we have done
FYP.
our PPs, FYPs.
And it's coming out.
What? NS is coming out. We're kind of graduating soon in May.
We are boys to men out here.
Yes. Do y'all feel like y'all are becoming more of an adult now? Because like graduating, then after that you have to figure out a lot of things, right? I feel like the biggest challenge for me is not going too fast. I feel like after at least for poly people, right, we tend to go very, very fast.
Poly is just
And then transitioning into
kind of
everything
realized
else.
that after I
Clayton.
I'm like, it's so super sped up, it's like if you had to compare poly as a transport, that's a hyperloop, man.
I feel like it's sped up in the sense that like we don't have time to think about where do we want to go now.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually big true.
But then, what about JC people?
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like you're so focused on the work itself that you don't have cognition to plan ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Like,
Do tell. What do you mean by that?
it's like, really, what do I want? Because
Right.
I really can't figure out what do I want. Because I can do almost everything, but it's like, really, what do I want to zoom into? Like,
But why? Who says you need to zoom into something? Who gave you the idea that you need to zoom in?
I'm just being a good parent now. Man. Actually
No,
being a
this
good
is kind of like turning into a therapy
Yeah.
session.
I'm very stressed out about life.
But why though?
So the thing is, why I want to zoom is because I don't want to have too many things
Running
which
at the same time.
which then I need to like focus on each and every one. And in the end, I'm still lost. I still don't know what I want. Then people might say, it's okay, it's good to be lost. You can do multiple things at once. Yes, you can do multiple things at once, but you can't be best at the one thing that you.
But who says you need to be the best at one thing? I mean, in this world, for example, in the past, like we think about gatherers and foragers and gatherers.
Okay, it's the Homo sapiens coming out.
Wait, what?
Okay, let's
Because
go.
humans used to be, like we were used to be able to do all sorts of things. Like for example, Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, he was like a scientist. He was like doing biology. He was doing painting. He was doing like philosophy and engineering and inventions and things like that. He did so many things. I mean, and he was expert at everything. I think it's when we are able to also do things, many systems at the same time, that we start to have systemic innovation, where we try different things, right? Then we see certain things can transfer to the other things.
Just for context, Asher's been reading a book called Homo Deus.
No, I was really Sapiens.
Sorry. It's a sequel. Homo sapiens.
No, but in the sense that, I've been reading also and stuff like that. Allow me to give some of my perspective. Not to say it's the correct perspective lah, but my thing is that I think sometimes people feel afraid is because they feel like they are going to have regret that I wasted time doing this, I wasted time doing that, I wasted time, I could have been doing this, I could have making money doing that, and then in the end maybe they don't really do anything lah.
That's actually like a theory that's in my book now.
Right.
It's a sequel to 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. And he just talks about it. In the book he talks about why
Is this mine?
Just take a shot.
I'll just drink
Take a shot, man. But in the book, he mentions that the reason why we fear is much like what you say, regret. But he categorizes fear as the dragon. So it's like it's hidden in the cave. It's always hidden. We all have a dragon in us. It's hidden in the cave.
Right.
It's up to us to seek order and go out and slay the actual dragon.
Right.
Because if that, we all know what we want to do inside of us, but if we don't actually go out and seek it, we're gonna fear, and that's the fear that just keeps bothering us. And then you end up doing nothing, and you just fear more and more and more.
I think it's this kind of relationship that we have with risk and regret. That we're not bold enough to risk it, and we're not afraid. And the thing for me is like what I've sort of come to realize is that how do we overcome regret is by making the best decision now. Because in the future you might have a better decision, right?
Exactly.
Because circumstances change. But in this context, which is make the best decision now, then you follow through the best decision, and then you just do your best, and then you can tell yourself, okay, at that point of time, I made the best decision, and then now when I'm following through with it, I'm doing my best. And then when you do your best, you will never have any regrets, because if you do your best, you will learn something. You are saying, I will do 100%, 110%, and I'll just see what comes out of it, lor. And I will invest maximum effort into it. So intent and then effort, then you won't have to regret the results. Because I think sometimes when we're too results oriented, right? We consider it, we say that, okay, that is a good result that I can live with. There's a bad result, I cannot live with it. That's an over, like, wow, that's beyond what I expected. So sometimes when we focus on the result, it makes us
because when
fear.
Yeah, we focus on the result, we're categorizing the plus as minus, and then when we see the minus, it's actually like more stabbing than the plus. Even though there might be 3 pluses and 1 minus, we just stare at the minus. It sucks.
And for me, that's kind of how I went through poly also. That I did not really expect anything, or I just focused on doing my 100%. So effort. So my effort was 100% all the time. So in terms of like the results I got, most of the time it was unexpected. And I was just like, okay, that's cool lah. But we weren't working for that result. I was doing the product. I was working on the effort, on the journey, and I was just trying to do my best job. Then the result is a nice to have lah. But I have no regrets doing the whole thing. So then after that, the result is like, okay, then after that, I learned something, or I got that certain result, or now I have this certain recognition or something like that. Then so I think sometimes maybe it might be a perspective of what we focus on. Are we focusing on the results, or are we focusing on the experience or the growth that we can have through the whole experience?
The action precedes the growth.
Maybe, yeah.
So as long as you're doing something and actually taking action, just thinking about
or like
it.
cognitively doing something, like doing it something with intent.
Just the
I'm just like
parenting for Ivan.
I think the problem is that when people are not comfortable with not having any instructions with life. For example, I have a friend that like she cannot be still. So
I get what you mean.
and then when she does not, she will just like apply for courses and everything. Like, So then,
That's some of my friends.
yeah. So then they oh, phew, I got university place.
At least I got some.
No, but that's not the point. What? It's not. You're wasting your time doing something that is okay. Technically, you're moving ahead in life, but
Like
are you
sporadic
really?
and not from the heart.
Are you
really moving ahead in your life or not?
It's like, are you moving just for the sake of
Moving, you know.
because of
yeah, you're in the train that's moving, but you're just going the wrong way. Not,
Like, as you say, the
you end up in
systematic
yeah. You're just
train track's wrong, man.
yeah, and that's a problem when you are when the institution has made somebody passive in terms of the way they live their life.
Hey, that's a critique of society.
No, but that's a problem when it's overly institutionalized. Primary
I need to
school,
put on that.
secondary school, poly, university. So you automatically, okay, I need to go to poly next. Oh, I need to go to university next. But why? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
everyone
and,
is like,
and that's the problem when you're not going to the institution to make yourself better. Instead, you are feeding the system. Right?
Yeah. Robot.
You're not doing. You're feeding the system, but you're not taking advantage of these great facilities. For me, I'm taking advantage of the system because I know what I want. I know like what I need. Poly for me was a stepping stone because I already knew I wanted to do design.
the why.
Yeah, I know I am good at design. I know I want to do design, and I know I'm going to do design. So I'm going through poly so that I can go to university. I was not doing poly so that I can end up with a diploma.
You're using the institutions as a tool, not the tool. Then the institutions using you as a tool.
Yeah, I think
See, Ashes thinking 6 steps, I think, playing 3D chess with these institutions, man.
I think and that's I mean I count that as a gift. For me, the way I want to talk about where I'm at maybe personally is that through the privilege of being homeschooled, I was able to find who I was, what I want to do, and then I was able then to choose. With the grace I got from my own, I was then able to choose an environment where I would flourish. Then where I was able to flourish, then you have to intentionally find yourself. Because step 1, I found myself. Step 2 is try to choose an environment. If you have the privilege to choose an environment where you will flourish. So maybe for you, either right now is you're trying to find who are you. So don't just jump to step 2 and okay, choose an environment next. Because all of us are trying to choose an environment right now, right? We have the choice. Choice is power, I think. When you have the choice to choose. Because once you're inside the environment, you cannot choose anymore.
That's why when I told you like
Stoics.
I was also like still thinking
Stoics.
like I have 2 years in army, so
Yeah.
I still thinking
Take it as an advantage.
Local, overseas, or do I really want to go?
Right. Do you even
Gonna
need
be
to do
the
university
guy
or
who's
not?
bunk bed every single day. I'm trying to find myself.
It's not like that. It's just at points of time.
Yeah. And while you have the freedom to choose, that's your power. Yeah, so don't give up your power so quickly by quickly rushing into things. And that's so while you have the privilege to find yourself, take the time and intentionally find yourself. Yeah, you cannot just like go through life and just, okay, hopefully today it will hit me and then this is what I'm about. It doesn't come like that.
Intention.
You have to intentionally go and seek out meaning. Yeah.
That's Ivan's therapy, man. Hey, where's the bill at? $600 for an hour, that's it.
But you're already on the track because you are already trying a lot of things, and that is play. The key word is play.
No, I saw a YouTube account upon this I don't know, this comedy gig, and this guy said, if you're motivated to go buy a motivational book to be motivated, are you already motivated to buy that book? So just throw away that book and be motivated to do somewhere else. You don't have to tell yourself.
Just do it.
Actually, then that hits me like, actually that's very, very true.
Ivan has like 6
You are-
motivational books on his bookshelf.
No,
like, I'm
no,
already
that's good.
motivated. Like, come on.
Which means you are already motivated. It's whether you will do it or not. It's like,
Whether you're able to channel that energy into something that fulfills you lah. Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah. I think for me right now, I think I'm also in this place where I'm trying to emotionally, socially, spiritually kind of like appreciate now. because when I was going through Poly and doing like FYPs and all the projects and stuff, I was always waiting for that day that I want to be free from people telling me to do stuff.
Oh,
I was always waiting for that.
Asher's a leftist.
No, not that. But because coming from I consider myself to be an immigrant.
Oh,
that I've never educational immigrant. I like being somebody from homeschool. I see myself as a educational immigrant. So coming into the system, I was then institutionalized. I was able to find success and find recognition through the system also. But I genuinely love being free also. Yeah. So my happiest state, joyful state, is not having any expectations, but I motivate my own self. Hence, I'm very appreciative of now that I don't have.
It actually makes a lot of sense.
That I don't have to. I'm not accountable to anybody, and I can just sit at a park. I can just look at the trees, and it's okay.
Session.
And that's fine. And that's just fine.
Yeah, like enjoying.
And I'm just like, wow, I love this,
Wow, then abit is really abit.
Some people can't really do it. Some people can't be with themselves.
Not everybody's an Asher, you know.
No, but yeah, like for us, me and Ivan, right? I mean, we can spend time with ourselves.
Yeah.
Some people need perpetual interaction.
Steady bear.
Yeah, no. This is a phrase that I would like to keep as like a life motto, so that this too shall pass. That now, right, even though it's successful and there's a place of happiness, this too shall pass.
Yes.
There will be a time where I go into depression or something like that, or trials or crisis or anything like that. So it's to really treasure now and not to worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
And to be thankful for now, because in the past I didn't have it.
If depression actually comes back again, he's gonna be listening to NF and
Now they say stocks always go up. So when there's a down, there's always a up.
Yeah.
That's like kind of my thinking nowadays. Like whenever I'm down, there will be higher up.
Yeah. To summarize, would you say you are playing?
Yeah, I can say.
For me to summarize, I would say that I am being present. I think the key word for me is present. Yours is play, present. Then what will yours be?
I'm just trying to educate myself. Like cringe.
No, just say.
What's that? I really I told you before, I really wanted to start a gym.
Oh.
So a gym is not just like business, a place to live, or like for people to come in.
Service oriented.
Not service oriented. I want a community. So it's a bunch of homies around you, right? And I also really like the educational aspect, like right now, because we are like not saying educating people, but like talking to people and like helping lift them up through conversation.
Attitude and mentality.
Yes. Language brings you closer. And lifts you higher, right? So I'm still very, very, very not undertrained, but wouldn't say not know much, but I'm still uneducated in terms of lifting, right? I need to learn more about anatomy.
So you're gonna study sports science now?
Not exactly sports science, but what is like to be a proper coach, how to teach people properly. Not just the nitty-gritty, but social skills as well.
Right.
And after that, it's also learning about how to sell a gym properly, which is more on the business side.
It's very comprehensive. Sweet.
So there's a whole ladder to go up, to learn, to bring myself, to bring my value up, so that people can be relying on me as this guy's a teacher, so I'm gonna learn lectures from him on how to do it. Because I truly think the reason why we get behind the gym and like community and community and is to lift people up. Because I really think lifting is a very, very big catalyst for you to stand up with your shoulders back and see a world in a different light.
So you already have a goal in mind.
I mean, developing a philosophy also.
Yeah. That's right. Mindset.
Mindset.
The philosophy. Cool. So would you say you are in the process?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So you're play, I'm being present, and you're in the process.
In the process, I'm trying to learn day by day.
That's great. That's great. No. But I think we all have purpose.
Yes.
That's what we all have. We all have a purpose.
I don't have purpose. He's still playing.
No, but his purpose is trying to play intentionally. So that's his purpose.
Higher good.
No, and that's fine also. And I'm
line from the book that I was reading. Okay, now I'll pull it up.
Imagine who you could be and then aim single-mindedly at that.
Yes. Second rule.
Nice.
So
Interesting.
Ivan's playing now, but it's even easier to expedite the process when
Right.
you have an idea of who you want to be.
Right. And
Because
it's a goal.
innately inside you know who you want to be. You just haven't found the actual language and words for that to put like what do I actually want specifically be, but you have a hunch.
Right.
Okay, actually, just now when Asher was talking about the systematically way of institution, yeah, I was at that. I was already there, but I haven't like really found myself. So I guess right now, like as being more mature, I guess you can say go back to the step where I want to find myself, then carry on with either to break out of this institution or do I really want to like you said
Take
use it
advantage
as
of the-
yeah,
take advantage of the
yeah.
institution.
So I'm in the process
That's
of
interesting.
that, yeah.
See, he's actually learning from you.
No, but we're lifting each other up together. Back to
Lift
yours.
yourself.
Collaboration.
Therapist 1, therapist 2.
And therapist 3. We're all giving each other therapy.
Subject.
We're all individually therapists and subjects. And that's what community brings out of each other, of us.
Gang, what's up?
Hey. Fascinating.
That unique.
I think this is the beauty of where we're all at. We're all at different stages of our so-called life. One stage of playing, one step of going through the process, and then one stage of being present. I'm not saying the present is the best lah. Present could be here, also present could be at the back lah. But we're all at different stages of our own lives, and I think that is what we can bring to our audience also. That we're all individually at different places.
As long
Different
as
people. I think people will relate to many of these things, many of these feelings, many of these struggles. And I hope that this also benefits people and whoever's listening.
That's what I'm saying.
To show that we are also going through the same thing, and not that it's fine to be where you're at.
Where you're at now, but as long as you have a vision of yourself that you can single-mindedly aim at,
Yeah.
a North Star,
Just keep doing it.
you're good. You're gooch, man.
I think we would like to thank Ivan for joining us today for episode
Okay.
one. Is this one? This is one. Episode
One of three.
So on.
One of
Yes.
5.
As in like third episode.
True.
Third season, sorry.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And thanks for sharing with us how you are struggling and also processing and figuring out. I think we're really honored to have you to share this with us. I mean, it's very personal, and I really don't take it for granted that you are being vulnerable. I think that's very admirable that you are sharing your vulnerability. So I think that's how we also become stronger, right?
You can pay us the psychological bill.
But yeah,
I think being open to people
yeah.
starts up conversation.
Yeah, and it gives and it helps all of us to also be very purposeful in where we're helping us to know where we want to become stronger in, to show that this is some sensitive area and then how do we want to become better at it. Summary: playing with intention, processing to the purpose, going through the process to get to the purpose,
Yes.
and being precious with the present. Being
present. Being starts with a B. Present starts with a B.
Being precious with the present. Wait, what? Do you say something at the end?
Hell no.
No, I forgot already.
Oh, big hearts, full.
Oh yeah. What was it?
Big hearts, full brains.
Big brain. No, wait. Big brain. Wait, full hearts, big brains, and warm cuddles.
Sex
Sex. And that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Yo, gang.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.